Firstly, thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
No, thank you very much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure. I was checking out your YouTube channel before I came on, and you've interviewed some interesting people.
So I've gone through your profile and I came to know that you are an author and you also have a YouTube channel and I've gone through both of it and you're doing great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been an author for a self-published author, so you put your own money into the book. But I've been an author for about I don't know, since I was 17, so nearly 10 years now. So a long time. Only published 2 books, but that's where I am currently now. Yeah.
So before talking about the work that you do, can you please introduce yourself to my audience and to the world who is watching you?
Introduce myself.
Yeah.
So just a brief introduction. So hi, my name is Luke Fitzpatrick. I'm an author of 2 books, as well as a co-creator and co-owner of a YouTube channel called G.O.T Games on YouTube. I think that's about 7 years old now as well, which I started with my best friend. As well as that, I'm also a software engineer for a nautical navigation systems company. So that's about it. And I'm married with one son who's sitting next to me. So apologies if you hear him in the background. He'll be chatting away. He might fuss a little bit, but yeah, I'm looking after him at the moment. My wife's out walking our dog, and I live in a tiny little village. That's pretty much it. That's me.
So you are a software engineer.
Yeah, software engineer. So essentially what we do is the best way to describe it is the way you have a GPS for a car. What I do is I install a GPS on a ship. So that's the easiest way to describe it. So each ship has its own navigation system that allows it to travel around the world. It's guidance, worldwide guidance and law that you need to have this system equipped on your ship. And I work for the biggest worldwide shipping navigation supplier, which is based here in the UK. And I'm part of the installations team. So that involves me either going to the vessel, which are usually these giant tanker vessels. They're absolutely massive. They look like towns on water. They're huge. They're like a kilometer long in some instances. They're just half a kilometer long. They're just these massive vessels. And sometimes I go to them all around the world and I install this software to them directly, or because of COVID and lockdown and everything, we've been doing it remotely. So we just log into the vessel's computer remotely, and then we just install all of this software. We use it via links and download links and that sort of stuff. And I've been doing that job for about a year. I've been at the company for 3 years, and then before that I was part of their sales team.
So the project is about the navigation and are you how many people are there in the team and what is I mean how it created, what are the tools that you have used in?
So in the company we're based in London, our office. I live just outside of London, but the office is based in London. And in the office, we have about 100, 150 people. And in my team alone, so we are partnered with a Canadian company. And in my team alone, if you look at so we have different locations all over the world, different offices. We've got one in Rotterdam, Canada, Singapore. And in part of our team, worldwide team, we have about 35 people in my team, which is we're the customer success specialist. So we handle the vessels and the customers and install the software. In the UK team alone, we have about 10 people, I'd say. We all sit under one manager who sits under another manager, and so on and so on. And we basically just install. What happens is the company will come to us and they want their software installed in their vessel. It's basically this navigation system. So each vessel has like a giant box computer. It's like a really weird looking machine. And this computer sits on the bridge of the vessel, and it's called an ECDIS. And the ECDIS system has been going on for years, and it's slowly being phased out a little bit. But essentially, it's just this giant built-in computer, and most vessels are now opting in for just a laptop. So the navigation software is basically a voyage planner, which sits either on the ECDIS or a laptop. And essentially, what that does is when you're traveling from say a port in Singapore to a port in so like Miami or something like that, you would type it in on this computer. You go, I'm going here and there, and this navigation software will just plan out your entire trip. It takes you out of protected environmental zones. Make sure you don't touch like any environmental zones. In the ocean, there's only certain places you can dump your waste. So vessels actually dump all of their waste into the ocean, which is obviously awful. But there's only certain parts of the ocean you can actually do this. You can't do it near the shoreline. So in deep ocean, vessels dump their waste. And there's this navigation system basically tells you where you can dump your waste, what paths you can be taking. A lot of people don't know this, but the ocean basically has roads as well. So there's literally set roads in the ocean, like you would anywhere in any city in India, in England, you've got a road. And so you have to follow these roads. You've got a left and a right path. Vessels have to stick to those paths. And this software obviously shows you where they are, where other vessels are. It's really interesting. We basically have to learn all of this software, and then we just install it on the vessel in like as simple as we can. It's a one tile application as well. So you basically just open it up like you would Microsoft, and it comes up with all your options, and you just click on each one you want. And we've tried to make it as simple as possible. But the company's been around for 30 years. It's changed its name a couple of times, changed its partnerships a couple of times, and yeah, they're now trying to move into like automated vessels, which is kind of interesting. So we're doing a lot of stuff on that front.
So you said you wrote 2 books in last 10 years. What is it about?
What was that? What, YouTube or
No, the books that you have published.
the books? Oh, the books.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've published 2 books. My first one, when I was in college, I really wanted to have I had this idea of a story, and I had some spare time, so I'd finish my college work at like 1 o'clock. You have free periods as well at college where you wouldn't be doing anything, and instead of going home, I would just stay at college and sit in the library. So when I was 17, I decided to just write this random idea I had. And the idea was basically centered around a person who believed his life wasn't real. So there was loads of stories going on at the time about people believing they were living, like because of Inception and then previously The Matrix, people were saying they believe that they're living lives like that. And if you look it up, there's loads of stories where people have either like killed themselves or gone a bit dark because they believe that. And I was very interested in that, and I was like, well, what would a story entail where someone believed that that was real? And it turns out it was actually real, similar to The Matrix. And so I wrote a story about a young guy who was convinced everything wasn't real, convinced he could read his own life, and then eventually takes his own life, but then wakes up in this other world, and it turns out he was right. And it follows the story of him on this other planet, and why he was like living this fake life and everything, and it follows that story. And I published that when I was in my just coming up to 18, so still 17. It's not edited, so it's quite a poorly written book, and it is called Valor. That was the first book I published. I'm not insanely proud of it now when I look back at it, because it's not a great read. Like I published it quite young. I didn't edit it. Tons of mistakes. When I've got more time, when I'm older, I might go back and just completely redo the book. But that was the first one I did. And then recently, the second book I did was so I had a job as like a service crew worker before I got my job here, which is basically a physical job. And I met a guy there who loves superheroes, absolutely loves superheroes, and he loves writing as well. And we just clicked straight away, and we're both like big superhero fans, big comic book readers, and Marvel fans, DC fans. And we were just chatting away, and he introduced me to the show Heroes. And I loved the show, but I was so disappointed with the ending. And I was talking to him, and I came in after finishing it, and I was just like, I could write a better ending than that. I was like, I could write a better. And he was like, well, go write a better ending. And I was like, all right. So I used the inspiration of Heroes, essentially, to write a similar sort of story. And then I just ended up changing loads of stuff and creating this crazy universe. And I was talking to him about it all. So the whole book I owe to him. I was just talking to him about everything, and I wrote it, and he read every single chapter, and he got really into it, that he started writing a book as well that he's currently doing now. And that book was written over the course of 4 years. So much more effort poured into it than my first book. So I wrote it over the course of 4 years while I was in my last years at university, doing this part-time job, starting my new job, and then I edited it for a year because I wanted it to be nice and well put together. It's a massive book. It's 213,000 words, so it's a big read, and it's the first of 3 series. And I published it earlier this year when it was finally finished, and I'm writing the second one now. But it's been slow going, everything that's going on. And that book's called UnNatural. And yeah, I'm just like, the idea of that book is basically it's the dark telling of getting powers. So I felt like when you watch Marvel movies, when you watch Heroes or any kind of TV show, it's always quite light. It's they save the world, they kill everybody, everyone's happy, they live an amazing life. And I was like, it wouldn't really be like that. But also, I didn't like the fact that in all of those shows, you always, whenever someone gets a superpower, they always like, oh, I just want to be normal. I don't want my power. I just want to live a normal life. And it's like, no one would react like that. If you could suddenly fly, you're not going to be like, oh man, I can fly. It's so horrible. I wish it was normal. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing. So I wanted it to be more fun as well, more silly. So it's like a combination of it starts off like really silly, really fun. All these people are getting powers and they're having fun with it. And then it just takes this dark turn because I felt like that portrayed the truth. Later on in the book, it just takes this really dark, really twisted turn of like what would happen, how the world would react to people with powers and how they would treat them, and most people would want them and what they would do, and it follows that tale. So it was essentially a horror sci-fi story that now. So that was the second book, and that was just published earlier this year.
So when you become a YouTuber, when you thought to put content in YouTube, and what is that thought made you, and who is your inspiration? You said you collaborated with one of your friends.
Yeah, so I've been on YouTube I've been on YouTube forever. So I have 3 channels on YouTube, and for anyone who's watching from my channel who'll be watching your video, because I'll try, I'll send people over here. Because I haven't even mentioned this on my channel because I don't really talk about that sort of stuff. But I had 3 channels, and the first channel I started, if anyone can find it, congratulations. But the first channel I started was basically sketches, mini movies, and like parkour and free running videos. I was very young. This would have been like about 12, 13 years ago. So I jumped on YouTube really early, but my videos were pants, so no one wanted to watch them. And and that was my first channel. I just uploaded sketches and videos and random stuff. You record videos with your friends. I was like, I'll just chuck them on YouTube. And then the second channel I did was I used to travel with my dad and my brother a lot, and we'd go to festivals in different countries. So I just started recording that stuff. And I have a huge passion for horror movies, so I wanted to record like a horror movie sort of critic video. So I started a series where I basically critiqued and reviewed horror movies and suggested which ones you should watch. And I did that along with concert videos and holiday videos on that channel from the age of about 14 to maybe 13 to 16, with my brother and my dad. And that was my second channel. Most of these videos are still up, so you can still check them out. But they're on. I'm not going to tell the channels because they're old and embarrassing. And then about 7 years ago, so I played with my best friend on GTA every night. I lived in Nottingham, and every single night I'd log on with him and we'd play GTA, and it was just the funniest stuff ever. I'd log off laughing every night, and I was like, people would love this stuff. It's just so fun. It's so stupid. And so I said to him, I was like, why don't we start a YouTube channel together? And he was like, all right, let's do it. So I started recording videos. He was a graphics designer, so he created all the artwork for the channel at the time back then, and he put all the graphics up, and I started recording these videos. And basically, whenever we'd go online, I'd just record the night, and then I'd just edit down the video and chuck it up, and it'd be just us messing around. And that was essentially how the channel started. It was him and me on YouTube playing Grand Theft Auto and just messing around. So the early videos on the channel I have now, which is called G.O.T Games, and that's the channel I upload on regularly, The early videos are just us playing on Grand Theft Auto, and then it moved over to Call of Duty Zombies, and then we tried creating a GTA mini series, and essentially it was just me and him just uploading gaming videos. So the whole early life of the channel was just gaming videos, and that went on for a good few years. And then eventually I sort of burned out, and he stopped uploading altogether. He put a bit of effort in for the first couple of years, and then he literally just stopped, didn't upload any videos. So we were supposed to upload videos together, and he just stopped uploading, and then I was uploading a few, and then eventually we sort of just fizzled out and stopped with the gaming. And on off, I would upload gaming videos and holiday vlogs and all sorts of stuff over the last few years. The holiday vlogs are my favorite videos, and I'd edit them really like as well as I could, make them look really nice. And then my best friend, he pretty much stopped altogether uploading on the channel. He hasn't really uploaded any proper videos for the last 3 years. And then recently, at the beginning of this year, so last year we uploaded about 20 videos entirely over the entire year. And at the start of this year, I was like, I was like, I want to get back into this. You know, I want to give the channel some love. I want to start again. I want to get my partnership. I want to get back into YouTube. So I changed the designs of the channel, changed the designs of the thumbnails, created a plan and a structure. So I'd say I'd upload a minimum of 2 videos a day, 2 videos a week. And then I started doing reaction videos. So we changed content on the channel. It's reaction videos, some gaming videos still, not as many as we used to. The vlogs still, all sorts of random videos, and funny moments montage, but like a really condensed, short sort of funny moments video. And then this year I've just been heavily uploading on that channel, doing reactions and stuff. And in 7 months, the channel's 7 years old. In just the 7 months of this year, it's already it's past the entire stats of its whole lifetime in this year. We're just putting a structure on it. So I've now owned the channel completely. My friend doesn't do it anymore. It's just mine. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. So it's just brilliant. The channel's grown. So for the last 7 years, it's been steadily declining. And this is the first year where it's grown. Like subscribers have grown, views have grown, everything's grown. And I'm really enjoying it again. It's nice. I've just changed the format, and it's just really fun. But yeah, that's where I am now. I've upped it to 3 videos a week, and I'm just really enjoying it.
So how you're doing this? You're a software engineer and working in a company, and you're a father now, and also you wrote books in your free time, and you have published 2 books, and you have published it by yourself. And at the same time, you started YouTube channel, and like you said, you started it long time, and it is. I have seen a lot of the content is very good. I have gone through your YouTube channel. The content is really, you're trying to create interest with the drama that you have. So that I never seen that kind of a channel on YouTube before. It was like you.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's I've the I suppose it's interesting because the channel's so random that it can hopefully bring in some new people. Like new people are like, oh, the idea is basically, if you want to watch something, it will be on that channel. You know, if you're like, I want to just sit back and watch reaction videos, it'll be on that channel. If you want to sit back and just watch some interesting holiday vlogs, where we try, like there's a vlog of Canada, a vlog of America, a couple of vlogs of America, Norway. It's all these vlogs, and it's like if you just want to sit back and watch them, they're on the channel. Reaction videos on the channel. If you're a gaming person, you want to watch game videos on the channel. The idea is basically everything will be there, so there's something for everyone. So if if you join the channel and you don't like some videos, you don't need to watch them. You just watch the ones you like. But it has its pros and cons, because obviously you get people that come to the channel and they're like, oh, I love the gaming videos, but he hasn't uploaded a game video in like 2 weeks, so I'm gonna leave. And it's you get people that are happy to wait. So I was hoping it would encourage people to come to the channel, and then they can pick and choose what they want, sort of like a variety box. But like I said, it has its negatives as well, where people come, and if they only like one thing, they're not inclined to stay to watch everything. So I feel like it's working. Like I said, the channel's grown. It's growing every day, which is nice. I'm actually at a point now where it's regularly like got a backlog of new viewers, and old videos are getting views, and it's just taken a lot of effort. But yeah, it's I think the main thing for anybody on YouTube is like your channel is extremely unique as well. It's just watching through your videos, and the idea around like talking to people around the world. I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, oh, this guy wants to interview me, wants to have a chat. And I usually I don't do things like this, but I was like, I love the idea. I was like, I want to, I definitely want to jump on this. It sounds amazing. Maybe I can send some more eyes your way as well. And it's because I have this image of like, you could look through your channel backlog and it's just lists of countries and people, and there are people doing different things. And yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. So I think if you enjoy what you do and you've got an idea that you're really passionate about, then yeah, YouTube is for you. Anyone can do it. Anyway, just don't worry about like how well your channel's doing. Just do it because you love it. If you show that passion and you show you love it, then people feel it. People feel your energy. People feel your enjoyment, and they want to stick around and be on that journey with you. YouTube's an escape for a lot of people. They jump on it and they're like, this guy loves what he does, and I love him for loving it. So I think that's really important.
So what you have learned in this long time, you are into YouTube from long time, and I'm sure it taught you a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. Well, YouTube is an interesting place where it comes to, you have two options essentially. If you want, you can grow so if I wanted tomorrow, I could put out a video that gets 10,000+ views, right? To 100,000 views, whatever. It's not hard to do that. But the problem is, because YouTube has become around clickbaiting and drawing in an audience based on your title and your thumbnail. And all the big YouTubers will say this. It never used to be like that. It used to be about the content, which Mr. Beast is the only YouTuber who's still managed to do that. But even his titles and his thumbnails, extremely clickbait. So over the years of being on YouTube, I've noticed that if you are just honest, it won't work, which is sad. If you're like, this video has this video has that, people will be like, if your thumbnails are so important, and they never used to be. So it's really important to make sure that you put your effort into your thumbnails. But as well as that, I know that it's just sad because it's like it's a weird mentality now. But more than that, it's good to I'll just be honest. It's good to copy other people. It's good to copy other people's thumbnails. If you see if someone's got like 100 million views in a video, it's because people have clicked on that video. They want to watch it. So look at what they've done. It's good to look at other channels and copy them and get inspiration from them. And if I'm just being blunt, because their titles and their thumbnails, they're professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. And essentially, you've got to be a light that draws in moths. You've got to draw in all these people. And if you think about it, most people just scrolling through the news feed or scrolling through the home feed. And what encourages you to click on a video as an individual? When you see a video, what you're like, oh, I want to watch that. And think about how you want that to be on your channel. So over the years, I've just learned that in the early days where I was just like, oh, we're playing GTA and we're having fun. People are like, nah, I don't want to watch you playing GTA having fun. That sounds boring. They'll just skip past video, screw that guy, go watch someone else. So it became this, like this year, you'll notice definitely when you look at the channel's done way better. And the first thing I did was the titles are much more catchy. You have to, and the thumbnails are much better. But you have to either accept that your channel is going to be a clickbait channel, because essentially, if you wanted, you could upload a video tomorrow. Some videos on my channel like this. You could upload a video tomorrow where you say like, oh, £1 million challenge. You're going to get loads of views. And if you do the thumbnail and the title well, you're going to get loads of views. But you won't get people that stick around. They'll click on the video, but they're not going to subscribe. They'll just watch it and move on. So you have a choice where you can either rack up loads of views, on which you see loads of people do. They have tons of views, but no, like, little subscribers, and they're not very popular, which is how you can make money. You can make money that way. But if you want to grow an audience, like you see all these big YouTubers who can go on Twitch with their audience and Twitter, and their audience follows them everywhere. If you want that, then you need to find a good middle ground between the honesty and the clickbait. So you need to draw in people, which is essentially what Mr. Beast does, where it's like, I gave 10 people a car. And it's like, it's clickbait, but you draw in, those people because it's real. So when the people click on your video, they're like, oh, it's real. So it's good to it's good to find that balance of clickbait, the balance of drawing in people, and then that same balance of it being real. Because if people click on your video and you're lying to them, you'll get the views, but they won't stick around. So I think it's really good to, I think the best advice I can give anyone is to simply watch the biggest people on the platform and get inspiration from them. Watch people like KSI, watch people like Mr. Beast. If you're getting into reaction videos, watch people like Sniper Wolf. You know, she's the queen of reaction videos on YouTube. If you're getting into vlogs, watch people like Casey Neistat. Follow his sort of editing techniques. People love that. You know, there's loads of editing software out there that's free. There's some you pay one time off, and you can do that. If you want to get into vlogs, watch the biggest vloggers. Essentially, watch all the biggest people and literally just get your inspiration from them. They know what they're doing, and if you take a little bit and you do it right, you can siphon off some of their audience. If they like those videos, they'll like your videos. And you can do this thing on your own, but it's much harder. If you find someone that does something similar to you and they're much bigger, why are they bigger? What can you take from them? That's essentially what I did with our channel. With the reaction videos, I was like, who are the biggest reaction people on the platform? And then I sort of just got inspiration from them with it. I was like, okay, this person's massive. What do they do that I don't? They do this. Let's try doing that. And then you just notice, you just start growing. So I think it's good to just look at other people.
So what is G.O.T game that you created?
Sorry?
What is G.O.T game that you created?
G.O.T games?
Yeah.
So what does it stand for, or what does it do?
I have seen your channel, G.O.T games.
Yeah.
What is it about?
So G.O.T games now, what it's about, I guess. So first, the origin of the name was because my online persona was Grim Reaper Major, which I know is a weird name. But when I was really young, my brother, his online name was Major, and my online was Reaper. So we put them together. So we had one online account, and that's the origin of that name. I was like, right, well, we will just create one account together. We'll call it Major, and I'll call it Grim Reaper. Hence, Grim Reaper Major was born. And that was basically the idea behind the name. It was the G is for Grim Reaper Major, my character, and the OT is for OT, who's my wife just come back. So that's all right. And the OT was basically for my best friend, whose online persona was OT. So it was Grim and OT's games, and it was essentially we played games. And that was the idea behind the channel. Before it was called G.O.T Games, it was actually called Teabag Plays. So our clan is Teabag. Our online clan on every game is Teabag. And we started the channel. We called it Teabag Plays. We were like, oh, that's a cool name. But it just tanked. No one watched any videos. No one liked the name. No one was searching for it. And I was like, what's wrong? And I actually put a video on Watch Mojo. I put a comment on a Watch Mojo video. You'll see my wife just walking behind me.
It's all right.
That's all right. I put a comment on a Watch Mojo video and was like, oh, hey, Watch Mojo, do you have any advice for a small YouTube channel? And they were like, well, yeah, your name. Your name isn't good. And they actually replied. They were like, thanks to them, the channel, went a different direction. They were like, your Teabag Plays is a funny name, but it's not a name that, it's not an adult name. It's not a grown up name. It doesn't invite people to stick around. Basically the idea was don't limit your audience. Your audience should be everyone. Don't limit your audience to this much when you could just have everybody. So make sure that your content essentially approaches everybody. You've got something that everyone will click on. And which again, I use Mr. Beast as a comparison because he's the biggest creator on the platform right now. And that's because his videos are for everyone. He's like, he bumps into like elderly people like, oh, I love your videos, bumps into kids. Everybody can watch a Mr. Beast video. So try and do that. So with Teabag Plays, it was essentially young gamers. Only young gamers are going to watch that. No one else will click on that video. So Watch Mojo pointed this out. They said the channel artwork needs to be changed. I don't even know where the original channel artwork is because it was called Teabag Plays. It's like my friend created. I'd love to see the original artwork. It's hidden somewhere, lost in the abyss. And But yeah, I don't know where that is. And he basically, the Watch Mojo were like, so, you know, change this. So I sat down with my friend and I was like, let's change the name. And he was like, no. He's like, no. We're not changing the name. It's Teabag Plays. Is staying Teabag Plays. And I was like, look, it's never going to grow if we keep it as Teabag Plays. And he was like, I don't care if it grows. I'm not changing the name. So I just changed it. I was like, you know, screw you, I'm changing it. And he was a bit peed off with me. But it worked. It worked. And he saw it worked. When we changed the name, we got more subscribers, we got more viewers. And then he was like, it's working. So he created the new artwork for the channel. We made it look more professional, more tidy. And then he got back into it. He was like, I see why we changed the name here. And then the original gaming videos we used to play. So the Teabag Clan was huge. Like we had, it's sad really when we look back at it, because we used to play with a guy called Trevor, Curtis, Chris, Andy. Andy had a friend he'd bring on every now and then. I don't remember his name. And we'd play, like, we had these big groups and we played together all the time. And the older videos on the channel, you'll notice that all of us there, we're all messing around, we're all talking. They were all supposed to be members of G.O.T games, you know, all part of it. And they just didn't have the passion I did. They didn't stick with it. They didn't hang around. Now it's just me, and every now and then Ollie, who's OT, he'll come in and he'll be on a video. If I do a vlog video, he's usually in it. His brother's usually in it. It's Chris. He was, you know, part back in the day. And yeah, so that was like, that's sort of the creation, the origins of the channel. And now, like I said, it's just so now I upload. So if we look at the channel right now, what it is, I've changed it so I upload 3 days a week. It's mainly reaction videos, which I love doing because you get to just watch awesome stuff online, and people watch it with you, and you can enjoy it and show the passion and talk to people about it. And it's essentially like, the reason reaction videos do so well is because essentially it's like, we'll sit down and we watch something together, but we're not in the same place. So you leave a comment and you have a chat about it, and everyone, you put this video up and everyone in the comments can be like, oh, you know, this was awesome. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize that. Everyone has a nice chat, which is why they're so popular. You're watching a movie with everyone all over the world, which is why I really enjoyed doing it. I get to check out interesting content, and I get to hear other people's opinions on it. And you'll notice that some videos do better, some videos don't. And I think the main thing, if anyone was listening and wants to go into reaction videos, the main thing you want to look at is, so essentially when someone searches for a term on YouTube, how many results are they going to get? You know, if someone searches for like, funny gaming videos, you're going to get millions and millions and millions of results, and your video will be lost in the abyss. But if someone searches for like, man walking dog on beach, maybe you'll get less videos. So the idea essentially, if you want to, you know, bring in a bigger audience to start with, is make sure your content, like I said with your channel, it's like, make sure your content's unique enough, because your channel is extremely unique. And it's make sure your content is unique enough that when someone searches for it, it's just you. You know, when they search for it, it's just you. You know, you're the main face they see, and they're like, oh, this person does it. And then essentially you become associated with that. So with reaction videos, pick reaction videos and react to stuff that other people aren't reacting to. If you see people are reacting to, I do it sometimes because it's fun, but if you see people are reacting to like fails or gaming videos or streaming fails or anything like that, if people are reacting to that stuff and you start reacting to it, you're just gonna get lost. You're just gonna be lost in the abyss. You know, if someone's reacting to a banana, you know, how many people react to just a banana sitting on the side? It's like no one. So, you know, people might, if you just sat there and stared at a banana, people might just be like, oh, well, this is unique, and boom, you might get some views, because if someone searches for that, it's just your face coming up, no one else.
So it's interesting. You have gone through YouTube for a long time, and you actually know maybe how the algorithm works.
Yeah, I think because you'll notice on the channel there's some videos that I clickbait to get the views. Back in the day, I clickbaited a few videos and they brought in the views. I try not to do that anymore. So I've been around long enough to know the difference between getting views and getting an audience. And you can play to the algorithm and you can clickbait the crap out of your videos and you will get the views. You know, your channel will grow in views. I did it for 1 month a few years ago, and it got like, that's where my most popular videos come from. But they're all crap. You know, I'm not proud of those videos. You know, they didn't bring me any more subscribers. They just bumped the views up on the channel. And now the channel does all right. You know, it gets between like 100 views to 10,000 views depending on the video. But what I've decided, and what everyone needs to decide on the platform, is you're not here to get views. You're here because you love what you do and you want people to love it like you do. So you have to sort of come to an acceptance where you can't just, farm views. You can't just put content out there for views, because you can, any channel can do that. But what you need to do is you just need to put the content out there you love, that people will love, and then they stick around. So if you look at the algorithm, and if you look at what's trending, you'll see the same thumbnails, you see the same titles, the same pictures, and you'll see all that sort of stuff. And if you copy that but don't do it properly, then essentially you're just clickbaiting and people won't stick around. But if you want to copy that and you do it well, there's a difference. You can build an audience slowly with a passion. I mean, even PewDiePie, it took him 2 years, I think, to break 1,000 subscribers. Mr. Beast was the same. It took Mr. Beast 5 years to pass like a 10,000 subscribers or something like that. If you look at all their analytics, it takes you time. It takes time. Be patient, enjoy it, and the main thing to do is just don't post crap. Don't post like because I've done it in the past and it didn't help my channel at all. And it's just post stuff you love, and the algorithm won't reward you. Sadly, it just won't. But if people find you like a little hidden gem, they will stick around. And those are the people you want on your channel, because you want someone to find your channel and tell their friends, oh, I found this guy on YouTube. He interviews people all around the world. It's awesome. And they're like, oh, he interviews people around? God, that sounds kind of, I'd like to see some of the people he interviews. And then boom, they're talking to their friends. Next thing you know, you've got yourself like people who actually care about your channel, instead of someone that just goes, I like this video, and then they move on. So it's good to find those people, and you do that through putting up the content that you love doing.
So most of the points that you said, I connected with it because I'm into YouTube from long time. I'm into internet from long time. Like I was a blogger before coming to YouTube. I was a blogger. I used to have two websites of mine. I used to put content on it, and uh, I got like I have converted that blogs into mobile applications, Android applications, and I got like 5,000 downloads in just 1 year. And the tags that I have used is exactly what suits. I mean, the for the content. The content is like you said, unique. Unique means like I think if you be yourself, that is except you nobody on this planet can be you. So I think the best way to be different, the best way to put different content on YouTube or anywhere, any platform is just be you. I think that is the only way that I understood, because like you said, if a trending video, somebody see a trending video and they copy the thumbnails the same time. So sometimes it works, sometimes it won't work. Like a lot of things are happening, but what I understood is the ultimate thing is the only way to get the attention of the people, or if I want to make them sit and listen and watch and see what I'm doing and what how it is going to be useful for them. It should be useful, it should be entertaining, it should be some in some way they have to sit and they have to spend time. So and they have to feel like to subscribe a channel, they should feel that this channel, I'm feeling very happy, or I'm getting knowledge from this. Subscribe comes only when they feel like it is important for me. So I thought I have to do something that everybody likes, like everybody connects with. Everybody should watch it, not a age group of like 15 to 20, or 20 to 25, or 30 to 35, or 40 to 45. Why can't I put everybody on the channel? Like everybody who are into every profession, every age group, every country. So why can't we do something like this, like mix everything and try to connect everything, try to connect dots. Like as a software engineer, you know that, I'm a software engineer. I did masters in software engineering, and I did graduation in computer science and engineering, and we know how the computer networks works. uh, One computer is connected with another computer, the IP addresses, and like we connect one computer with another computer. Like understanding human relationships, I think human created this computer networks. So this is how the computer network works. So in the same way, I thought that algorithm was also when people are from different country and trying to connect with each other and trying to talk with each other or trying to share something what they are doing with each other with the people who are into different countries. So I think that is the best way to share what we know and what we can do or what we are doing. So I think that is what the computer networks, understanding computer networks made me to uh, uh, understand about human networks, how relationships work, how uh, in simple words, the subscribers are network. It is a network. We are creating a network using our channel. So we are creating a network. So if we want to create a network by putting a certain content or uh, uh, like everybody should connect with it means, like you said, one person connect with one video, the same person don't like the other video. Like we can't impress everybody with every video that we are putting, but what we can do, what we have to do, or what we are interested in, if we put that, definitely I think someday, like the names that you mentioned, I think they did what they love. I think
Yeah.
they are doing what they love. I think that is why the reason the quality of the content is very good. I
Yeah, I
think
agree, definitely.
I think that works. I think everybody should do that. What they love, what they know, or what they love to do it. I think if they don't know 100%, they will succeed. Not one day, like someday 100%. Somewhere on this planet, they will love. There will be people who will be thinking in the same way. They will connect with it. This guy is doing something amazing. Like you connected with me. I connected with your videos. Your content is very good. I never seen, like I said, I never seen this kind of content on YouTube. There are contents, but comparatively, it's completely different what you are doing. So that is how I was telling to my mom before this interview. I was telling to my mom, I'm going to talk with a person who is from England, and you can see his videos. His videos are amazing, and he got very good views too. Until unless it is not good, people don't watch it. But people are watching it. It is going wider. So I said, I think something is working. I think everybody should find what works for them, and they should know
Yeah.
what works for them.
Yeah, and enjoy it. Find your passion, find your love, and yeah, like you said, it's what works for you. Like all those channels, it's what they love, it's what they enjoy. And like you said earlier, it's important to just be you. Just be you, that's what everyone wants to see. Everyone wants to just see your smiling face. They don't want to see you faking it or pretending it or not enjoying the content. Just be you. And also what you said is like you'll see like other videos do better than some other videos. And it's like and that can really dishearten people where you upload a video and it gets like 1,000 views. Next week you upload a video and it gets 20 views. And it's like, oh, well, why? Why didn't it get as many views? And it's like, you will see that with the biggest channels. It's totally normal. Don't let it dishearten you. You're like, if you look at any of the biggest channels, you look at PewDiePie. PewDiePie will upload a video that gets 10 million views, and then he'll upload a video that gets 2 million views. But he just keeps doing it. It doesn't dishearten him, and it's because eventually you get that audience, and they will pick and choose what they watch on your channel, and it's just totally normal. So don't ever let it dishearten you if one video does better than another video, and don't try and copy the old video. Don't be like, okay, well that video did better, I'll copy that. Just keep doing what you're doing. People will pick and choose what they want to watch. People will enjoy watching your channel. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let that dishearten you.
So if you send your all your links, I'll put in the description of this video. People who find our video on YouTube can find your links and can see the work that you are doing and can connect and can enjoy, because people in India are trying to watch videos from other countries. They are bored of uh, uh, what they are doing here. I mean, uh, according to my knowledge, the people I know, they said this, but I want to share your content to my audience, and also I'll put this audio clip on my podcast. They will listen to you, and if you can spell it, they can listen and they can follow you, and they can see the kind of work that you're doing.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Whatever you send me, whatever you want on so just send it to me on Twitter, and I'll share it, retweet it, and then in my next video on YouTube I'll put a little link as well, and yeah, it's important to collab. It's important to do things with other people. Everyone should do it. People want to know what you're doing, and you want to know what other people are doing, and it's we should all help each other and all just talk to each other. So I think it's very important. But yeah, I appreciate it.
So can you spell your channels?
Spell my channel? Yeah, of course. So if you want to find me on Twitter, it's Luke G Fitz, which is LUKEGFITZ. That's Luke G Fitz on Twitter. You can find all my book and all my gaming stuff if you're regularly on Twitter through that. So if you want to check that out. If you just strictly use YouTube and you want to find me on YouTube, you can just search for G.O.T games, which is G.O.T, and in games GAMES. And if you just search for that, my channel will be the first one that comes up, and you can just click on that and you can go for those videos. Those are the two main places to find me at the moment.
Amazing. It's nice talking with you, Luke. Thanks for giving me your valuable time and spending your valuable experience with my audience, and also telling about the books that you have published. I'm sure people will like it. And also I'll put your book links in the description. People who find the video can see your book.
Brilliant.
And at last, have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube, and what do you say about it? Your words.
Yeah, so I went through your channel and had a look at some of your videos. I checked out the main one, so it seems like your most popular video, where you were someone from the U.S. Army. Was he a general or a sergeant? And immediately when I saw that video, I was just like, if this guy's like, I felt like I shouldn't come on. I was like, this guy's interviewing people like that. I'm just some YouTube guy, and it's like, that's amazing. It's like stuff like that. Like that was completely unique. I haven't seen that before, and it's like Joe Rogan, would be interviewing someone like that. So immediately, like the whole reason I'm here was because I was like, because when I get messages from people and blah blah, and I'm like, no. And then when you sent me a message, I was like, let's check out his channel. What does he do? Because immediately I got the message. I was like, again, I was, my usual dismissive. I was like, no. And then I was like, actually, let's check out his channel. And the second I clicked on it, I was like, yeah, I want to be on this. It's like, this is brilliant. The idea is so bloody unique. And I'm not just saying that, but yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Keep doing it, because I'm really interested in seeing, like, it doesn't need to be someone famous or big, but the uniqueness of who you get on next. It's like, what did they do? Where are they from? I love it. And yeah, with, like I said, just with someone like a U.S. Army officer or whatever, or a general, I can't remember his name, but just someone like that. That's what attracted me. It's like the views on it were irrelevant. It's literally just like, that's what you did. That's who you spoke to. How amazing! Like, and for all of us, we can all, like, because you're talking to them, we all get to talk to them. We all get to be a part of that conversation. We all get to hear what they're saying, and that was the main thing. So I think that's absolutely fantastic.
So definitely your words reaches all my audience, and I'm sure they will check out your content. And I'm sure in coming days, if you get a million views, or if you reach more audience, don't forget us. Don't forget to give us interview again.
Yeah, definitely. I will. I promise you, no matter what happens to my channel, I will be back.
Thank you, sir. Keep going, keep doing what you love. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Of course. You can put it wherever you'd like. So thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, and also can I put this video and audio clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
With my permission, you can put this video wherever you'd like on any platform. I don't mind.
Thank you, Luke. Keep going, keep doing what you love.
Thank you very much, and take care. Have a good day.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.